They like to tell us that living alone at 83 is a tragedy. They talk about isolation as if we are porcelain dolls waiting to be shattered by a gust of wind. But let me tell you the truth. Living alone at this age is a tactical operation. It is the ultimate test of your will and your wit. I'm Eleanor. I've lived in this house alone for 3 years, and I've realized that the greatest threat to your independence isn't a fall. It's the world's desire to protect you until you disappear. If you want to keep your keys and your dignity, stop playing defense and start playing offense. Here are the 5 essential tips for living alone that no one else will ever tell you. 1. The art of the visible routine. The world is watching you for signs of decline. If your curtains stay closed until noon, you are inviting the talk from your children. Most of us don't realize that our independence depends on the image we project. I make it a point to be seen. I walk to the mailbox at the same time every day. I keep my porch swept and wave to neighbors with a straight back. I'm signaling that the captain is still at the wheel. The moment you become invisible, people start making plans for you. Stay visible or prepare to be replaced. 2. Refuse the comfort trap. They will offer to handle the groceries to make your life easier. Don't let them. Every time you delegate a chore, you retire a muscle. Independence is like a language. If you stop speaking it daily, you forget it. Most of us don't realize that the walk to the store isn't just a task, it's proof of life. When you let someone else do the heavy lifting, your world begins to shrink. Convenience isn't a gift, it's the quiet thief of your autonomy. If you want to keep your strength, you have to keep your chores. 3. Control the emergency narrative. Most people live in fear of the what if, but I notice things people wish we wouldn't. The way a son eyes the stairs, or the way a doctor speaks in that patronizing tone. They are looking for a reason to take charge. Do not give it to them. Have your medical alerts in place, but never let your family see you move like a victim. If you act like an emergency waiting to happen, they will treat you like one. Walk with purpose. Speak with authority. If you show them your terror, they will show you the door to a facility. 4. Weaponize your privacy. There is a dangerous urge to confess every minor ache to your family. Stop it immediately. When you're young, a headache is just a headache. At 83, it's a cognitive concern. Some women mistake honesty about their body for honesty about themselves. It costs them everything. I keep my medical details between me and my doctor. My children don't need to know if I had a rough night's sleep. If you hand them the bricks of your decline, don't be surprised when they use them to build a wall between you and your freedom. 5. Cultivate a relationship with silence. Last winter, I sat alone by the window for hours, not because I was sad, but because for the first time in my life I felt completely at peace. The world fears lonely women, but it truly fears women who don't need it anymore. Most people think silence is an empty space that needs to be filled with noise. It isn't. Silence is where you find out who you actually are when the roles of mother or wife are gone. If you can't sit with yourself without feeling like a victim, you'll never survive this. When you master your own silence, you become untouchable. They call this isolation. I call it control. Every decision I make in this house is mine, and every quiet moment is a victory. I want to ask you tonight, what is the one thing you've kept hidden from your family just to keep your independence? Tell me in the comments. Let's talk about the secrets that keep us free. Independence isn't luck. It's built, one decision at a time. Because the truth is, the world doesn't fear lonely women. It fears women who don't need it anymore. If you're one of us, subscribe. Not because you have to, but because you finally found a place that understands you. We're building a fortress together, one story at a time. I'm still here, still fighting, still living, and I'm not going anywhere. Thank you for listening. Keep your head up. I'll see you soon.